Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Cora and today we'll be talking about Victoria's Secret's Bombshell, Seduction. On my channel, I cover fragrance, skincare, and I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle. I do tend to spend a lot of time talking about my experience with the fragrance. So if you want a tatted up, blue-eyed fragrance reviewer telling you what to get your nose on, keep watching. I have the travel size for this. If you're old enough, you will recall these used to be roller balls. Now it's a spray. It is so much more convenient in a spray form, not gonna lie. I do feel like the roller ball was more satisfying though. Tell me in the comments below if you feel the same. This fragrance was released in 2018. I'm just 7 years behind. That's all. The reason I have this is because I went on a smelling spree at my local Victoria's Secret. Just smelled everything. And I don't know how I missed this before, but I love it now. For me, this fragrance came across as a light, fresh, white floral. It smells clean with a perfumey note. You all know I usually don't like floral fragrances. This combination with the fresh accords really sold me. The perfume note for me faded quickly with something herby in the middle. Something herby and green. The best way I can describe it, bear with me, is something cold and green is far away. The overall vibe of the scent from my nose was refreshing and clean. It does come across as somewhat shampoo-y at the dry down, but for me this just added to the clean vibe and I didn't mind it much. The whole fragrance did not suddenly shift to smelling like shampoo. It was just a small part of the fragrance shifted to where it had a shampoo-y kind of vibe. This fragrance does wear light, and on my skin it only lasted about 4 to 5 hours, if that. I think that's the weakest part of this fragrance is its performance, honestly. This would be a phenomenal daily signature scent, especially for the spring and summertime. This, in fact, may be my next daily signature scent. I know it's like technically the wrong time of year in my part of the world. We're supposed to be ushering in fall. This smells so good. We don't care. This would also be a great fresh out of the shower scent. Something I noticed is even though this only lasts about 4 to 5 hours on skin, it lasts much longer on clothing. I could get whiffs of this on my clothes 8 hours later. So I think the thing for me, at least, when I was choosing whether or not to buy this, was a decision to spray on clothes. And hey, I'm gonna spray this on myself, my body, but I'm also gonna spray it on my clothes to get that longevity, or else to me it wouldn't be worth buying. Let's see what the Victoria's Secret website has to say. On the website, from God's mouth to my ear, the only 3 notes are white peony, sage, and velvet musk. Okay, so the white floral, that's where it's coming from. The sage explains the something green I thought I caught. My nose caught like a perfumey accord. Some people translate that as musk. For me, it smelled more like perfume. I think it's safe to say that all 3 of those notes I could smell independently. I just wasn't able to pinpoint them exactly, but I figured out, hey, it's a white floral, there's something green, there's a perfumey note. So that's essentially what's on the website. So I mean, it's pretty good. On Fragrantica, they say the top 3 accords are musky, aromatic, and tuberose. Kind of confused with the tuberose part. Some of the accords in this list, I totally disagree with. Like further down the line, it says soft spicy. Soft spicy, as opposed to a hard spicy? Margaret, get the keys. And then powdery and animalic. I really disagree with this whole ass list. I feel like only a handful of them are even in the ballpark of what this smells like. For me, if I had to rearrange this list, I would put white floral on the top, herbal in the middle, and aromatic at the bottom. I love this. Definitely get your nose on it. If you do not like clean fragrances, this is not for you. If you don't like white florals, this probably is not for you. Some people may say this is a little generic. Personally, I don't think so because of the herbal note, the sage that's in there. To me, this makes this unique. Not your average run-of-the-mill freshie. The only downside of this fragrance for me is the longevity on skin. But hey, you can get the longevity on clothes, so why not? Keep in mind, this fragrance is a flanker for Victoria's Secret's best-selling perfume, Bombshell. There are a lot of fragrances in this collection. I already reviewed 3 of them that were released in the summer of 2025. But there's a lot more in the Bombshell series. Of course, there's the original Bombshell with peony being the standout note. And there's this one, Bombshell Seduction, been around for 7 years now. Bombshell Intense, Bombshell Passion, Bombshells in Bloom, Bombshells Night. And that's only the ones that I'm seeing on the website right now. There are other fragrances in this line that have been released then discontinued. A few of them like Bombshell Temptation, Bombshell London, Bombshell Paradise, Bombshell Tokyo, Bombshell Sun Drenched, which I still want to get my nose on, Bombshell Magic, Bombshell Glamour, Bombshell Escape, which I also want to smell. This line is pretty big, and there's some that are discontinued that I'm not even aware of, but I'm sure you could find on eBay or Mercari if you really wanted to hunt them down. So there's a lot to smell is what I'm saying. Something that I feel very strongly just about Victoria's Secret fragrances in general is that I will not pay full price. The longevity is the weakest part of the fragrance. So I'm not going to pay $60 or $80 for a full-size bottle. For me, I wait till they go on sale and I pick up a travel size, but I do have a full bottle size of Dare from Victoria's Secret. Love it so much. But I waited till it was on sale and it was like 40% off. So while there are some fragrances I will pay full price for, no sale, not needed. This is not one of them. That's just something to keep in mind when you're shopping. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.